Hey everyone, welcome to the replay. There's a few things I want to discuss with you guys tonight, so I'm going to wait for some people to join in, and then we'll get started. Let me know if you can hear me. I'm using a lavalier microphone. Can you hear that? All right, good. A little bit behind on time. I had some technical difficulties with my phone and the YouTube app, so that's why we're starting a little bit late, but I'm going to wait a few minutes. I do have a list of topics I wanted to cover with you guys. Some of them are more important than others, but I want to make sure that at least most of you can hear these when I do talk about them. If not, if you have to leave early at any time, please watch the replay later on. And if you're joining late, start it over from the beginning when you have a chance, because I have a wide variety of topics I'm going to cover. Some are regarding the viewers, you guys yourselves. Some of them are about my channel. Some are about some updates and some new things I'm going to be dealing with. So that's just the plan. I'm going to kind of spitball it, but if at any time you guys have any questions, make sure you leave your comments in there. I will be checking the chat screen periodically. So is the stream going for you guys? Because mine's actually frozen on here. I want to make sure that it's working okay for you guys. Is it frozen, or is it coming through nice and clear? All right, mine's frozen. Give me a second here. I do have a scratchy throat too, so don't mind me if I clear my throat every so often. Clear on my end, okay. All right, so I'm going to kind of just start off the bat here with something very important, and I want to know your thoughts on it. But I just want to say I am retiring from the abandoned video scene. I'm no longer going to be making abandoned videos. I do have some reasons I will discuss with you, but leave your initial thoughts. I want to see what you guys think of that so far, and then I'll go into more detail. And actually, I'm just kidding with you guys. I'm not quitting the abandoned videos at all. Just kind of wanted to see what the reaction would be, but yeah, it's anything far from leaving the abandoned scene. So that's not the case. I was just kind of playing a little trick on you guys. So rest assured, it's not going away anytime soon. It's not clickbait. I didn't put that in the title, so. Well, I'm glad you guys are very supportive of my abandoned videos. That means a lot. There's a few things here I want to address with you guys. Some of them are about my channel itself. Some of them are about the way YouTube has been acting lately, as you could say. And some of them actually pertain to the viewers like yourselves. And some changes that have been made that haven't really publicly been announced that I want to address with you guys. So just to start off, my first topic here is I will be having a new schedule rolling out as far as my videos go. Right now, I've been uploading every other day. Sometimes there's a little small gap in between, but primarily I put out a new video every other day. And that has been working, but it's also keeping me under a really tight deadline to make sure I have a bank full of videos ready to go. So what the new schedule is going to be is Monday, Wednesday, Friday will be uploaded videos. And then I'm going to say weekends primarily for live streams. I think that'll be a little bit easier on myself and for you guys, so you know what to expect. So going forth, starting Monday, we'll have our next uploaded video, then following Wednesday and Friday, and primarily Friday night, Saturday night, possibly Sunday. If I do any live streams, they will happen then. There may be one that pops up here and there during the week, but primarily I'm going to stick to that schedule, and hopefully it'll make things a little bit easier, not only for myself, but for you guys as well. I'm just going to momentarily, every so often, check the screen for your comments here because I have my phone facing backwards, so I'm using the rear camera so I can't see the screen. So I'm going to be checking your comments on the computer here. Excuse me. Hello, everyone that's joining in. Hello, Teresa from Tennessee. This is pretty much my job. I do YouTube almost full time, and I mentioned earlier in the previous months I do Uber and Lyft as a Uber Lyft driver. I do that part time. So between the two of them, I mean, I'm making ends meet. Sometimes or some months are harder than others, but I could safely say and happily say I work for myself. So that is what is going on in my life right now. Let me see here. Okay. Next topic I'm going to talk about here is, as you know, especially in my abandoned videos, when I go to locations, I take lots of photos, and most of those photos are incorporated into my videos either as a slideshow at the end, or I pop them in here and there with the camera shutter sound. And for a number of months, I've been getting not only lots of compliments about the photos, but I've also been getting asked if there's a way to purchase those photos. And I never really considered that as an idea. It's crossed my mind vaguely in the past, but I never really put any serious thought into it. But I just want to let you know that starting March, I'm going to be having a way for you to purchase my own photos that you see in my videos. Those same photos are often shared on my social media Facebook account, and there's going to be changes made to that also. Right now, I usually share multiple photos to give you an idea as to what the video is going to be about, kind of like a sneak peek. Still going to do that, but I'm going to limit it to 1 or 2 photos because I know that people could easily copy and paste those photos for themselves. But I'm going to have a way for you to purchase those photos. I'm going to roll it out in a detailed video once that happens, but basically I'm going to have it on my JPVideos Facebook page under a specific folder there. And my page is public, so you don't need to have a Facebook account to view it. But you're going to go there. My photos will be on there with a watermark. They'll be numbered. And you could go through, see which ones you like. And if there's something that you like, you would contact me, let me know what number you like, what size you'd want. And then we'd go forth from there to ship it out to you. So I am pretty excited about that. Also, in doing that, I'm going to be opening up a P.O. box so that if anything ever wants to be sent to me as far as products or gifts or anything like that, you will have a way to do that now. I never had one in the past, but I think it's a safe bet to have one now going forward, especially with the large number of growing subscribers. So if you guys ever wanted to have a piece of my work hanging on one of your walls or anything like that, you now have a way to do that. And I know it's not going to be for everyone. I don't expect everyone to go out there and buy a photo, but they are very reasonably I should say reasonably priced. And I'm pretty excited about it because it's something that I'm able to share with you guys aside from trying to plug t-shirts and stuff like that. So that was my next topic. Let's see what we got here. I'm trying to see which order to go in. Thanks everyone. I appreciate the compliments, and everything that I do suggest for you guys, such as photos, Patreon, merchandise. I want you to understand, and these are topics I'm going to talk about more in a little bit, but I want you to understand these are to help fund more videos. The money I'm not pocketing and going out, going shopping with. The money goes towards traveling, primarily at gas, any expenses on traveling, and possibly new equipment. So when I encourage you guys to donate, if possible, please rest assured that it's going right back into my channel and to help create new content that you guys will be able to watch in the future. So when I do suggest that, please understand there is a reason why. Sorry, darn throat. Next thing is, those of you that are familiar with YouTube, or I should say YouTubers, for the last several months, and it's been going on more closer to a year now, there's been some issues with YouTube as far as notifications go. You may have heard from other YouTubers that their views have been going down, notifications haven't been going out, and they're not saying that just to kind of get your attention or to get money out of you. That's actually a real issue going on right now, and it's happening on my channel as well. I've noticed that, and it's really weird, but when you have, you can look under your, what's it called here? Give me 1 second. Always happens. I'm in front of the camera and I lose my train of thought. Channel. Oh, analytics. Okay. When you look at your analytics, it shows you how your videos are doing, how your channel is doing, who's watching your videos as far as the gender, the age range, the geographical areas. Well, it shows that only 5 to 8% of my subscribers are actually being notified about my videos. And that's not good, not a good percentage. I thought I was doing something wrong because the last few months, a lot of my videos, the views have been going down. I haven't been getting the views I'm normally used to getting. Last year, I had 10 to 15,000 subscribers, and my views were almost matching my subscriber count. Right now, I'm almost at 50,000, and I'm only getting 1 to 5% views on my videos. So I reached out to YouTube, and I was able to talk with them about this and get some answers as to what's going on. It actually all stems back to, and a lot of YouTubers out there can relate to this, where they made changes about how you can monetize your channel. They made changes on the subscriber count and the watch time. And this is when it basically started happening. But what happens is that they made changes to how the notifications are rolled out. Basically, when you used to subscribe to someone just by clicking subscribe, you automatically got notified whenever they put out a new video. There's nothing that had to be done on your part. It automatically happened. Well, they kind of did away with that. Clicking subscribe now basically connects you to that channel, but it doesn't ensure or guarantee anything at all. There's actually further steps that need to be taken to ensure that you'll get notifications and alerts about new content from your favorite YouTubers. And what it basically boils down to is the most important thing is ringing the notification bell. That bell does multiple things. It not only sends alerts such as push notifications, emails, and app alerts, but it also tells YouTube that you want to be notified when I should say when I put out new videos. If that bell's not rung, there's a very good chance you won't be notified. The second thing that's important is that it's called viewer participation. And what that means is that when you watch my videos, YouTube actually wants you to participate to show that you're actively watching my videos. Because what happens is if you watch my video and you don't give a thumbs up, you don't comment, you don't share the video, you don't do anything at all and just watch it, slowly YouTube will think that you're not actively watching my channel anymore. And ultimately, YouTube can actually unsubscribe you from my channel. And it has happened already to a few of my viewers. I've been contacted from people saying that they weren't even aware of still making videos because somehow they got unsubscribed and they weren't receiving notifications. So what I'm asking from all of you is that when you watch my videos, whether you enjoy them or not, give it a thumbs up, thumbs down. I really don't care. Thumbs up obviously is better. But also, take the time to leave a comment, whether it's something detailed, something quick. But if you don't do those steps, along with ringing the bell, you're not going to get notified of my uploads. You won't get notified when I do live streams like this, and you won't be notified down the road about upcoming projects on my community tab and stuff like that. So it's very important that you guys take those steps to ensure that notifications keep rolling out and that each and every one of you don't miss out on future content, because believe it or not, I do have a couple really great locations and ideas planned for this coming summer. I'm doing a lot more traveling and have a lot more things I want to share with you guys. So please be rest assured the videos won't stop, but I want to make sure that you are able to watch them. So just remember, ring the notification bell, double check it every once in a while, make sure it's still turned on. Make sure you like and comment on my videos, and that way it's going to tell YouTube that you guys are actively watching my channel. So let me check over here and see what's going on with the comments here. I do hope that YouTube does fix it, because it's wrong that they didn't share it publicly. There is 1 or 2 videos out there where YouTube staff have mentioned it, but it wasn't rolled out in like new updates or emails or anything like that. I wouldn't have found this out if I didn't contact YouTube personally. So I really do hope something does change, because a lot of people like myself do count on views on our videos. If our videos don't get views, we don't really make anything on monetization. And that is something that we depend on to obviously not only support our channel, but support our families as well. YouTube has been, a great, how can I word it? Basically a great thing that happened, for me at least. I stumbled upon a little bit of success, and having 49,000 subscribers, you might think that's a lot, but compared to the people that are out there that have hundreds of thousands and millions, I'm only a small speck on the map. And those are the people that are actually getting their videos monetized and pushed out without any effort on their part. Anyone who has over 100K or several 100K or millions of subscribers, their videos are automatically being pushed regardless of what the video is about, and regardless of who's watching it, or regardless of how active the people are on their channel. So it is obviously favoritism, and it's not fair to new upcoming people who are trying to make a living or to try to get a name for themselves. So just keep that in mind when I tell you guys in my videos to give it a thumbs up. There's a reason. It's not just for my own self-gratification. I actually want you guys to show that you're watching my video and show YouTube that my video is being watched, because in the end of the day, if my videos aren't getting viewed and you guys aren't viewing my content, I'm not really doing a great job as a content creator. So it's really frustrating. I don't mean to vent on it, but I really needed to get that out there, and hope that every one of you really take this seriously, because I get compliments all the time, and I love chatting with you guys, and I love the connection that we guys have. But I notice too, when I do premieres and live streams, it's a lot of the same viewers over and over. And I love talking with you guys, but when you have 49,000 people and there's only 60 people watching and chatting, that's kind of not really good odds. So with that said, just keep that in mind. And if you have any questions going forth about that, feel free to ask. I'll do my best to answer them for you. Yeah, AK, I think you're absolutely right with that. They're killing off small channels. And people that do this as a hobby, obviously, or that aren't monetizing their videos, it's not really a big concern. But obviously, at the end of the day, people want their videos to get watched. So, excuse me, I had a hiccup. So hopefully, like I said, hopefully YouTube does alter their algorithms. If they don't, it's going to be more dependent on you guys taking the needed steps to show them that you still want to be notified. So enough about that. I'm going to move on to the next thing, which is kind of tied into this. As you know, I'm actually going to pull the camera off here and show you momentarily, though, but I do have a t-shirt shop, or a merchandise shop. I've mentioned it numerous times. Mike from Good Day for the K's actually bought a t-shirt, and a few others as well, which I'm very grateful for. But I made these items not only to help get my name out there, but obviously the sales from that, I receive a small percentage of the profit from that. So when I mentioned my t-shirt shop, the merchandise shop, when I mentioned the Patreon account, and when I mentioned Super Chat, it's to help kind of offset what's going on with YouTube right now. I'm by no means asking you guys to support me. That's not what I want. That's not my intention. Whether you guys donate or do anything at all, my videos are going to continue regardless. They might not be as, I guess you could say, as steady as they have been. They may be breaks in the future. Basically, what I'm getting at is that if things don't change with YouTube, I'm going to have to obviously try and find another line of work to, supplement the income. And I don't want to do that, because I love working for myself. I love being able to do what I do on my own. I create my own schedule. I create my own content for you guys. But if the views do continue to drop and the monetization starts getting lower and lower, obviously changes have to be made. There's only so much I could take or so much I could do to offset that. But when I mention Patreon, when I mention Super Chat and my merchandise shop, that's basically helping to supplement some of the costs that I put into this channel, because obviously gas isn't cheap, even though it's lower now than it's ever been recently. But driving long distances, takes money, and you got to buy food for yourself. You got to pay car insurance. Obviously, camera gear is not cheap. So when I ask you guys to donate, as I said before, it's going right back into the channel. It's going to help fund future videos, future road trips, and ultimately help to continue what I've been doing for you guys. So with that said, I do want to go into a little bit more detail of those, just in case some of you aren't familiar with it. So I'm actually going to grab the phone here and give you guys a closer look at it. But I'm going to put links. The links are always under my video descriptions, so that's not really anything new. But I just wanted to show you, if you go to spreadshirt.com/JPVideos up here, I do have lots of merchandise here as far as hats, t-shirts, mugs, stuff for kids, men and women. I actually have new merchandise rolling out next week. There's actually 4 pages worth of merchandise here. So if you guys ever want, something as far as, something to represent my channel or to show your appreciation for it, this is a great place to do that. I know not everyone can afford this stuff. Some of it's more inexpensive than others, but it's great for someone who's a fan of my channel as like a gift or something like that. But I just wanted to put that out there that, I do have a merchandise shop. I do have new merchandise coming out soon. So these avatars are actually going to be changing a little bit. So these ones will be getting removed. And I do have better ones coming on with my name on the hat. And they look a little bit better than these. But just wanted to let you know about that. Also, my Patreon page. I want to show you how this works. Let me get to it here. Basically, for my Patreon page, I have a description of what my channel is about, obviously, and I have what are called tiers. And this is where it becomes worthwhile to donate to my Patreon account because these tiers unlock exclusive access. I have a $2 tier, and if you donate between $2 and $10, you get exclusive access to upcoming projects. Whenever I do a new video at a new location, I always post some updates on this page, letting you know what I've been doing, what's coming up next, and I share a photo from that location. That way, you guys have an early preview as to what's coming out before anyone else, because my videos are usually about a month behind. I film multiple videos at a time, I edit them, and have them kind of banked up for future uploads. So if you ever want an idea as to what I've been working on, all you got to do is make a $2 donation, which can be a monthly donation or a one-time fee, and you'll get exclusive access and find out about new videos and projects. The second one is a $10 tier, where if you donate $10 or more, you get the same access as tier 1, but also I will have your name across my screen at some point in one of my videos thanking you for your donation. So as you can see here, I have Sunday trip coming up. This is only seen by people who donate to my Patreon page. So please keep that in mind. What's that say? Oh, hang on here. You guys hear me okay? For the donations, as far as the Patreon page, I think you just link it up to a debit or credit card, possibly your bank account. You don't need PayPal. I'm not sure if PayPal could be used on it, but I do know it could be used easily with a debit or credit card. The other thing I wanted to point out too is right here. You see this little dollar sign? It's called a super chat. And who gave you one? Right here, this is a super chat. Rich, thank you very much for that. What that does is it highlights your comment and obviously puts it in like this colored bubble, which really stands out. Because another issue that YouTube has is when you guys post comments, I really don't see everyone that comes through. A lot of times I watch my videos back, the premieres, the live streams, and I'll see comments on here that I didn't see that time when I was watching it live. So if you ever want your comment to stand out, you can do a super chat feature for any amount that you want. That goes right towards my channel. It's just another way to donate and to help show your support for my channel. And most importantly, if it's something important you want me to see, make sure I see it. Use that feature. You link it up. You pay with your credit card through Google, I believe, and it'll make it stand out just like Rich's comment there, which I'm very grateful for. Anybody who donates, obviously you're going to get an extra special shout out, but it really does make a difference and helps every little bit to fund new videos and exploration. So in case you guys weren't aware of those features, Super Chat is available during live streams just like this one and the video premieres. I don't expect it from you guys, but if you guys are willing to donate, I'll obviously be very grateful and appreciative of it. So just keep in mind, as I mentioned below, every video is my description. And I have all my links here, not only for the merchandise the equipment that I use, but my business emails here if you ever need to talk to me personally. A link to my Facebook page, which is a public page that you can follow, my Patreon account, and my merchandise shop. So that's where you find it if you ever need to get to them. I will start actually sharing them a little bit more throughout my videos and in the comment section just to make sure everyone's aware of it, because until YouTube fixes this problem, if it ever does get fixed, it is going to help having your support financially to continue the videos coming out. So with that said, I'm going to throw this back up on the tripod here and we'll continue on. So give me a moment. we should be good to go. Yeah, Kathleen, the links are automatically put down below for every video. And I gotta say, 83 people watching tonight is actually very good, surprisingly. Most of my live streams are roughly between 30 and 60, so 85 people watching. I'm very grateful of that, but as you can see, the numbers don't really weigh out. There's a ton of people that either aren't aware that I'm doing a live stream right now because they weren't notified, or obviously they're busy or something like that, which is understandable, but it's very low percentage. Even with the larger people, like I watched, you guys are familiar with the Carpetbagger, Adam the Woo, and a few others. I watch their live streams when they have them. They have well over 100,000 people, and they only have maybe 200-300 people watching their live streams. So they're trickling down the same path that I am as far as not getting views. Like Carpetbagger's videos average 9 to 10,000 averagely for his uploads. I think he has well over 150,000 subscribers. Adam the Woo has over. Adam the Woo does a little better. He's got over, I think, 250,000, and he averages between 15 and 30,000 on his views. So obviously, the larger you grow, the more views you're going to get. But compared to what you have as far as subscriber count, it's very low. And as I mentioned, a year ago, I had 10, 12,000 subscribers, and almost every video I was putting out was getting between 5 and 15,000 views. So since they changed that, it's hurt everyone, you know, and I don't want to have my channel end. This is truly a passion of mine. I love what I do. I love connecting with you guys. I love sharing these awesome places with you guys. And even the non-abandoned stuff, I really take pride in what I do. I take, you know, pride in my channel. I make sure it's not only entertaining, I make sure it's informative, it's family friendly, and most of all that you guys have something to look forward to, because sometimes, you know, you watch the news and it's not always something good you want to hear, or, you know, the stupid, you know, drama on TV, stuff like that. So I make sure that my videos for everyone out there, and even if the abandoned stuff is not your particular cup of coffee or cup of tea, I ask you just to give my other videos a chance too. And that's going to lead to our next topic, where starting, let me pull up the calendar here, February 3rd until the 17th, I'm going to be going on a road trip. And I mentioned it previously, but probably some of you maybe don't remember or weren't around when I mentioned it, but I'm doing a road trip down to Florida starting on February 3rd, but I'm actually making a pit stop in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. And obviously, it's going to be having a lot of videos coming out from that road trip, as far as some roadside attractions, some things in Gatlinburg, and my final destination is Panama City, Florida. And then that's going to be the first week of it. The second week of it, I'm actually driving down further to Orlando. We're going to Disney World for the day for Magic Kingdom. I want to take my daughter there because the last time she was there, she was 2 years old. She's 11 now. So since we're down that way, I want to make sure that she's able to at least spend the day there and have a good time. And then on our way back, we're going to be stopping in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, and staying there for a day or two. So basically expect to see a lot of content coming out from this road trip. I'm going to try and sneak in 1 or 2 abandoned things I've been researching things along the way. We do have to stick to a schedule, though, because we have several hotels booked along the way. But for the most part, I'm going to have multiple videos coming out probably each day. I should say I'm going to film multiple videos. We're not going to release them, but you know what I mean. But I'm going to try and do 1 or 2 abandoned things at least, unless I discover more along the way. But I do have a couple things, possibly one in Gatlinburg, definitely one down there in Panama City, Florida. I have an abandoned location lined up, and hopefully I'll discover more. But just keep in mind, though, that once I do that road trip, that bank of videos is going to be mostly non-abandoned stuff, but it's going to be interesting stuff, though. I'm going to have obviously some roadside stuff. I'm going to show you. I'm going to film a lot of the dark rides at Magic Kingdom, because, as you know, I like to film the haunted houses and stuff at Knoebels. And when I went to Ocean City, I filmed some of the rides there. So I will have a bunch of rides coming out from Ocean City. Kathleen, thank you very much for that donation. I appreciate that very much. I will have ride videos, any kind of special events taking place. And I may or may not do like a highlights video from the whole trip, just to kind of tie everything together. But most likely I'm going to make individual videos, just showcasing, highlighting individual things. So the other thing that involves that road trip is that if any of you were in that area, such as Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge, Panama City, or Orlando, and would maybe like to meet up, shoot me an email, let me know. It's not every day I get to travel halfway down the country. So if you guys are in those areas and are going to be available, would like to meet up for an hour or so and maybe be in one of my videos or just hang out and talk or whatever and maybe do a little bit of sightseeing, feel free to contact me either through my Facebook Messenger page or my JPVideos81 Gmail email. So it'd be nice to meet some of you. I talked to a lot of you guys. I do have a nice fan base here in Pennsylvania, but I know a lot of you are outside of Pennsylvania. So, obviously with doing road trips, I'm going to be seeing a lot of new areas, but I'm hoping to see a lot more new people too. I do want to have more meetups, and that's something else I'm going to bring up as well too. So that's going to be our next topic. Let me check the comments really quick. Seamstress, depending on if you're watching the video on your computer or your phone, there's a little dollar icon either below your chat line or right next to it. So I'm not sure why you can't see it, but Riley Pearson, where are you located? Natalie, as far as the photos go, it's going to be for the get-go, only U.S. delivery only. For my t-shirt shop, you could check under the settings there or the FAQs to see if they ship internationally. I'm not really sure about that yet. Basically, it's a company that takes care of it for me. I create the designs and I choose the products, and the company handles the rest. And when a t-shirt's purchased, I obviously get sent like a little percentage of it, but it's up to Spreadshirt's website as to whether or not they ship internationally. So you can look into that and find out for yourself. All right, Riley, if you want, you're welcome to contact me through my, like I said, email or Facebook, and you can let me know about some locations. I don't have a whole lot of time to spend in Tennessee. We're going to be arriving there. Let me see the plan here. We're leaving early in the morning, I think around 4 or 5 a.m. on February 3rd. We're supposed to be coming to Gatlinburg around 5, 6 p.m. So I'm going to have like half the day there. I'm going to see some of the roadside stuff. May film or do one or two things there. And then we're going to have a couple hours the next day. And then we're going to depart and make the rest of the trip to Panama City, Florida. We're going to be there until I think the 17th. Or the 17th, we're leaving to go to Orlando. We're going to be in Orlando from... I'm sorry, we're leaving the 18th for Orlando. We're going to be in Orlando from the 18th until the 20th when we come back to Panama City. We're going to stay in Panama City until the 22nd and then make our way back up towards Pigeon Forge on, I think, the 23rd. And then I think we're going to be stopping in Virginia. No. Pigeon Forge will be the 22nd, I believe. And then I'll be stopping in Virginia for a day on the 23rd, and then arriving back in Pennsylvania on the 24th. So that is the plan as of right now. I will keep you guys updated as we get closer to that. I'm really excited for it. It's my first really long distance road trip I've done in a while. I've been to Florida. It's always been by airplane, but driving it, you really get to see everything there is to take in along the highways and the small towns and stuff like that. So as far as meetups go, a lot of you know I've held multiple meetups this past year for 2018. Some have been more successful than others. We started out, I think, in March for Centralia, Pennsylvania, which is the town with the underground mine fire. That one was surprisingly successful because, as you may remember if you've watched the video, or even if you've been there, it snowed and had ice, I think, the day before. And the day of our event, it was cold, it was windy, it was, I think, snowing off and on. It was miserable conditions, but we actually had, I think, between 20 and 30 people show up, and they came, through the bad weather. They came from different areas. I think a few people came from several hours away, and that turned out to be a great turnout. It showed that there's interest in coming out and hanging out with us and doing what we do, explore unique and abandoned places. After that, I think we had our next one at Steamtown National Historic Site, which was in May. That one didn't work out. It was rainy weather the day before and the day of. A few of us were there, myself, Jeff Grant Media, Journey with Jay, and Cliff the Wandering Woodsman and his friend John. So That was a lackluster turnout. We still had a great time though. We did the trolley ride. We each made videos for our channels. And then we did, I think in September, the Elvira Bunkers meetup. And same thing again, horrible weather, but we had an even larger turnout. I think we had well over 30 people, even people that arrived on motorcycles, believe it or not. But we've had several people that have been to each and every meetup, which is awesome. We had a lot of new faces for some of them. And I'm hoping that to continue that tradition. The most recent one was back in November at the J.W. Cooper School, and that brought out a whole new turnout of people. We had a bunch of people from Pittsburgh. Heather Sparkles, who is watching, she was there. I forget the other names though. And Heather, if you remember who they were, you're welcome to share. I think one was Ashley Zoe Fox or something like that. But anyways, they made the trek across the state despite bad weather. They came out for that meetup, and it was really great to see a lot of new faces. I do want to continue having them for 2019. The tricky part though is the location, because it seems like whenever we have it, there's always bad weather, and the bad weather obviously hurts our turnouts. We got lucky with the J.W. Cooper School because the owner allowed us to use his building, even though it's not abandoned. You know, it's a really old-looking, decaying school, and everyone there gave a donation to basically say thanks for allowing us to use the building. So for 2019, if you guys have any ideas, those of you that have been to these meetups or those of you that may want to attend, let me know. We're open to suggestions. I obviously don't want to be the sole organizer either. If anyone else wants to take on that responsibility, like Journey with Jay, Cliff, the Wandering Woodsman, Mr. Smithnet, I think his name is, he goes under Jake. His channel has like 2 different names, but Adam T, or any of you guys that have been to these meetups, if you ever want to take on the responsibility of doing a meetup event, by all means, I'll support you on it. I'll help you any way I can. If no one does it, obviously it's going to rest on my shoulders, which makes it a lot more harder, but location is key. There are more abandoned places out there that we could do it at. It's just that every time we have it, it rains or snows or something else. So if we could try and pray that we get a dry sunny day, we could have it somewhere outside. If you guys know a really cool location that we can have it indoors legally, let me know. We obviously don't want to have anyone get in trouble. We don't want to do trespassing, anything like that. So it is harder to organize these events than you can actually believe. It takes a lot of work, a lot of research, time and effort is put into it, and to make sure it goes smoothly and safely, there's a lot of pressure on us. So as much as I love them, they're not easy, but I do want to continue having them. I hope that we get more faces out there to attend these events. And let me see here. You're referring to a back scratcher that says best dad ever. I hope you're not referring to that, because I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not even sure what's going on in the chat here. I haven't really been watching it. Yeah, you're right, Adam. We did discuss the spring events that we're going to do. I definitely want to make sure that happens. And looking forward to that, because I know you're very knowledgeable on Centralia. And what I'm going to do too, for some of my regular viewers that come on my live streams and premieres, if it's okay with you, I'm going to add you as moderators, because for instances like this where I'm not able to watch the chat as much as I normally do, normally I'm on top of it and I watch everything and I respond to you guys, but today's a little different because I have to go over this whole list of topics. But I'm going to add you guys as moderators, and if you guys see something going on in the chat that is inappropriate, all I ask you to do is take care of it. Remove the comment, block the person, whatever you need to do, because I like to keep my videos, my streams family friendly. I don't want to have someone pop in there like my daughter or someone else and see some inappropriate stuff. So 2 or 3 of you, I'm going to add you as moderators if that's okay. If you don't want to be, it's completely fine. Just let me know. But I do want to make sure I have some more responsible hands in my chats to make sure there's nothing really derogatory or inappropriate popping in. But the last thing I really want to talk about right now is I'm actually going to have a video being released out on Monday about it, but it's going to be called the Mega YouTuber Meetup, or Meet and Greet. And this is not my event. I'm simply plugging it and spreading the word. But there's a YouTuber on here. Some of you may know. He's I consider him a friend of mine. He's one of my moderators. He goes by Sparky 107 107. He's a model railroader out of somewhere up in Canada. I don't know the exact location, but he's actually up in Canada. I met him this past year. He held a meetup event at Steamtown, and I think there was like 10 or 11 of us there. I got to meet him in person, and we got to know each other, and we've been supporting each other's channels ever since. And he's actually scheduling another meetup at Steamtown for May 18th. Let me double check that. Yeah, Saturday, May 18th. So the reason it's being scheduled so far in advance is basically because he's coming all the way from Canada. Him and his family are coming down for the weekend. There's another gentleman who I met recently, not in person, but I will be meeting. His name is Roy. He's another model railroader. He lives in actually Panama City, Panama. He's coming all the way to Pennsylvania. And there's several others that are coming from different states. And I'm sending the invitation out to you guys. This is going to be probably one of the biggest and best meetups I've ever been a part of. Again, I'm not responsible for it. I'm not organizing it, not in charge of it. I'm just supporting Sparky and spreading the word for him. But again, Monday we'll have a more detailed video about that. But basically, as of right now, I think he has over 50 people confirmed to attend this meetup event. And what he encouraged was for any YouTubers like myself that are attending his event to make a video and spread the word to you guys, because if you've never been to a meetup event, those of you that have can tell you it's a lot of fun. It's great to see the faces of the people that I talk to on a regular basis. And aside from that, you get to do collaborations with other YouTubers. There's a lot of YouTubers going, but that's the other thing too. You don't need to be a YouTuber. You could just be a viewer of my channel or one of their channels. You could be into Steamtown and trains. Whatever your reason is, you're invited to come. You don't have to be a YouTuber to come. But if you are a new YouTuber up and coming and you want to collaborate with other people or share ideas about videos, this is a great opportunity to do that. I will be making a video for my channel, so if you want to be in one of my videos, you could do that as well. And what the plan is to meet at Steamtown parking lot for 8:30 in the morning on May 18th. We're going to spend several hours at the park checking it out, probably take a train and trolley ride. And then in the evening, there's another event that we're going to be attending that's only a short distance from Steamtown. And then Sunday, the 19th, Sparky and a few others are actually heading out to Altoona, Pennsylvania to see Horseshoe Curve. I won't be attending that one. I'm only going to be participating in Saturday's events, but I'll let you know well in advance now. If you're from the area locally, come out, hang out with us, have a good time. No reason not to. If you're a few hours away, like Heather out in Pittsburgh, or if you're in Ohio or New York, New Jersey, wherever you're at, if you're in a reasonable distance, plan on coming out. You could come for the day, you could come for the weekend. There's a lot of lodging in the area. It's not really that expensive to stay in hotels in Scranton. There's a lot of things to see and do in downtown Scranton. There's the Electric City Trolley Museum. There's the Iron Furnaces park there. We can see where they have the old blast furnaces. There's other things too. I don't know offhand, but there's a lot of places to eat, a lot of walking around to do. So it's a great time, great place to come and hang out. Steamtown is free admission, so there's no charge to you to come to this event. The only thing you'd have to pay for is just your trolley or train ticket or the entrance to the trolley museum. Otherwise, it's completely free. So I really hope some of you can come out to this event. I'd like to see a lot more new faces. And even if you don't want to see me, if you want to just hang out with the other people, that's completely fine. I won't take offense to that. I know not everyone is crazy about meeting people in person. I know not everyone is, a fan of my videos, and that's completely fine. I don't expect everyone to like me. And I know I can't please everyone, but with the amount of people coming, I'd love to see that number be doubled. If we could have like close to 100 people at Steamtown and, all be basically like-minded individuals who like YouTube, who like watching videos, like making videos, like trains, it'd just be a really awesome experience. And I'm glad to be a part of it. So with that said, I'm going to turn it over to you guys. I'm going to kind of briefly scroll through the chat here. And if there's anything you want to talk about or ask me about, you're welcome to. And I'm going to actually add you guys as moderators right now so I don't forget. So I'm going to be watching the chat screen, so I will answer your questions. Go ahead and do whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to talk about, the floor is yours right now. So let's see here. Add moderator. Nameless t-shirt, custom printing. I do see your message. Thank you for commenting and watching. Risk Discoveries, yeah, that'd be right up your alley. You're only maybe 4 hours away total, and very family-friendly oriented. I think Sparky's bringing his family. Many others are bringing their families, so it's going to be kid-friendly. Most kids love trains, so it'd be a great time to come out. And you have plenty of notice, so you could organize it with vacation time at work or lodging or whatever it is. But again, we're going to be meeting 8:30 in the morning, so you just have to prepare and plan around that. Paula, yes, I will add you. Just understand, as a moderator, I just want you to be my eyes and ears for my premieres and my live streams. So if anyone pops in here that says anything appropriate, like cursing, derogatory things, someone's being rude, then go ahead and all you got to do is click on the dots next to their name, and it'll give you options like to remove comment, remove user, block user. I want to be able to trust your judgment on this, so I just want to have an extra set of eyes and ears out there. So those of you that I am making moderators, I hope you guys, understand what I'm asking from you. So if you don't, feel free to ask. But I'm just hiccuping here. But it'll make life a little bit easier. Adam, you're another one. I'm going to add you right now. I may add more in the future. These are people that I trust right now and that I talk to on a regular basis. So don't take offense if I don't add you as a moderator. But as long as I see that you're, basically having a positive interaction in my chats and my streams, I will slowly add more and more just to have a nice coverage of people on here in case someone else can't be during the live stream. So that's the reason for it. Peanut butter. Random. Who am I missing here? Yeah, AK Camaro. That is something that is unfortunate, and something I mentioned to Heather recently, because as channels grow, it brings out the trolls. And if you don't know what a troll is, it's basically someone who is a keyboard warrior that hides behind their computer and says negative things about you and your videos or about your appearance, whatever it is. And as you grow, they grow. And I do a pretty good job dealing with them. Some of them I do respond to and get into heated arguments, which it's kind of frowned upon. You're not supposed to do that. But sometimes I just have to stand my ground. And whether you're supposed to do that or not, sometimes I just have to speak up, because I take pride in what I put out. I don't put out garbage videos. I don't do clickbait. I don't try to lead you on to make you follow me for a non-specific reason. So usually what I do, though, if someone leaves a negative comment really nasty, I will just automatically block them. I won't even give them the time of day. I won't respond. I'll just block them. That way they can't comment in the future. But a lot of people do receive trolls. Hey, Cliff. Yeah, you can see he said he's gotten trolls as well now. And it's a nasty thing because it really hurts the YouTube community, because I consider you guys a family. Believe it or not, and this may sound pretty pathetic, but I actually have more friends through YouTube than I do in real life. And they may sound bad, but there's reasons behind that, because there's people that I meet in person who appear one way and then their true colors come out and they appear another way. I don't deal with backstabbers. I don't deal with users. I don't deal with fake people. If I meet someone, I'm genuine with you. I speak my mind. You may not like what I have to say, but I'm honest, I'm genuine, and I'm a real person, and I will always be there for you if I know I'm getting the same in return. I will show you respect if I receive it. If I got someone that's out there just to gain something from me and not willing to return the favor, or is going to bash me or do something derogatory, I'm going to cut you out of my life. Simple as that. I'm 37 years old. I don't really have time for high school drama games. I don't fall into the drama on some of these Facebook groups with abandoned exploration, people ratting each other out, trying to get people in trouble because they went to a location. I don't do any of that crap. I have, on one hand, I could count the people that I'm friends with as far as in person, people I hang out with on a regular basis. And I consider Mike one of them. He's a good friend of mine now because he does the exploring with me. And it's someone I could trust, and I know that's not going to leave me hanging in a bad situation. And I'm hoping, obviously people want to gain friends, but through the YouTube community, through you guys. I honestly look forward to reading your comments every day. I guess you could say I pride myself on being very interactive with you guys. There's channels out there now. I'm not going to single anyone out. Mostly bigger channels, and some of them I have commented on their videos, some of them I've not, but I've just been a witness of it. Most people don't respond to comments on YouTube. At least bigger channels don't, at least. Even small channels too. I commented on someone's channel recently about a location, just getting a vague idea about something. Didn't even respond to my comment. And I think he had maybe 30 subscribers. So I don't know what the real deal is for that. But basically, if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't have a channel. I wouldn't be making videos if I didn't have you guys watching my videos and the support from you guys. So whenever you guys comment, I do my best to either heart the comment, which is acknowledging it, or I respond to it. Especially if you take the time to write a detailed comment, I'm going to write back to you. If you're taking the time to do that, I'm going to return the favor and do it to you guys. And it's just a form of respect. I'm really grateful for the viewers I have. You guys are so awesome because I know a lot of you share my videos. I get compliments. You're interactive. You hit the thumbs up like I ask. You do everything that someone could ever ask for, and then some. So with that said, I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah, basically, moderators handle the trolls. And if you ever want advice on handling trolls, just block them. It's the easiest thing you could do. And one thing that you have to watch out for, and I'm hoping it never happens to me or anyone else, but those of you that watch the Carpetbagger, you may know that he's made mention too that it got so bad that he was forced to quit his job of 10 years because there were some trolls that really went personal with him. And I feel bad for the guy because he was dealt a low blow. Basically, his trolls were contacting his job by calling them, showing up there, saying nasty things about him. And his job obviously didn't want to take that stuff. So they basically forced him to say either quit your job or quit YouTube. And he ended up quitting his job after 10 years and started doing YouTube full time, which was probably a blessing in the sky for him. But it's pretty scary to know that people were actually going to that extent to try to ruin his life and to try to ruin his job. He also made mention too that they somehow got his phone number, which I don't know how, but they were calling all hours of the night. They were threatening things to his daughter, Anna. It was just really scary stuff. And I think it came to the point where police were involved. So I don't think that would ever happen to me. I wouldn't allow it to get that far. I don't share certain things for a reason. Although I am pretty open with you guys, certain things obviously need to be kept private for reasons like that. I have 95 people watching. I know not every one of you are commenting right now. There's people that are sitting there just watching and listening. You don't know who they are. You don't know if they're good or bad. So just for scenarios like that, you really got to play it safe. Use common sense. Use your best judgment. And just, keep your head above water. Don't let it bring you down. I know actually a few YouTubers who quit their channels just because they couldn't deal with the trolls. They were getting, say they look ugly, they're fat, their videos suck, stuff like that. And it's unfortunate because they were great people who were making content that they enjoyed and they couldn't take the pressure. If you don't know how to deal with it, same thing as bullying in school. If people can only take so much. If you don't know how to deal with it, it could lead to some serious consequences. So with that said, if you ever need help dealing with something or have questions, please reach out to me. I'll do my best to help you out. There are resources online. You can watch the Carpetbagger's videos on how he explained how he dealt with those situations, but don't let it affect you. And the funny thing is, believe it or not, 99% of these trolls don't make their own videos. They have like really vague names. They have no avatar, faces. They really are hiding behind Google. All they have is a Google account, which allows them to comment on the video. It's very easy to sit there and criticize someone's video when you don't make your own. I usually respond with, well, make your own video and I'll tell you how bad it sucks, or make your own video so I can see what you did wrong. Anyone can point fingers, but I come to find out that people that make their own videos, they're content creators, they're not really negative towards other people. Not typically, at least. Not to the point where they're trying to ruin people's lives. They may say, hey, this video is kind of stupid, or learn how to hold the camera better. That's more like constructive criticism, but 99% of the people that comment negative stuff towards you or your videos don't have their own videos. They don't take the time and effort to go and do what we do. It's very easy to sit there and say, hey, that sucks. And you know what I do? I tell people a piece of advice. If you don't like something that you're watching, There's a little X in the corner. Just click that, and it's gone. If you're watching TV and there's an episode that you don't like of your TV show, are you going to cancel your cable subscription because that episode sucked? No, you're just going to not watch it and move on to something else. It's very simple to get past something. Whatever reason, certain people think it's their objective to go out and point fingers, And a good example, you guys know probably my best video of my abandoned grandmother's house with the cupola up on top. That's my best video with well over 2 million views now. That video on a regular basis, almost more than once a week, I receive comments saying, number one, that video was clickbait. They said that I staged that whole house. That I staged it to look abandoned. I staged all the props in there, which is ridiculous. Those that you know me know I'm one of the most genuine people you'll ever meet on YouTube. I show you things as if you see them through my own eyes. I don't stage anything. I may move a chair here or there to get a snapshot, but that's it. Aside from that, they're saying I'm trespassing, breaking, entering, stealing. And they were saying, oh yeah, I bet when you turn the camera off, you took everything out of the house. Well, how stupid are you? Do you think I'm really going to film a house and show the items that I would steal? Like, come on now. Like, if you're going to be a troll, at least be good about it. You come at me with some ridiculous things, and all I can do is sit there and laugh because it's just so out there. It's like, what really goes through your mind? If you don't like my video, give it a thumbs down. I don't care if you do that. If you leave a comment, be constructive. Say, hey, I don't like how you did this, but maybe you could try this next time. Have some positive reinforcement out of it, but it's just kind of ridiculous. But I got off track. Sorry about that. I'm going to go back to your comments here. Well, Sparky, that is true. Blocking them, they do make more accounts, but what does it take? All of 2 seconds to block them? Takes them a few minutes to make a new channel. So if they want to take the effort to keep making channels, I'll keep blocking them. I don't care. I know I missed a lot of your comments here. I'm going to have to watch this video back. But right now, I'm going to focus on the screen. Is there anything specific you want to ask me or talk about? Do it right now. But just to recap, if anyone joined late, I'm going to briefly go over everything that we talked about. I encourage you to watch this video from beginning to end, at least up until this point, because I did cover some important topics. But I'm going to give you a moment, ask or say anything you want to say, and yeah, nameless t-shirt. That's the thing I was getting to, is that these channels don't appreciate their subscribers. I don't care if I have 4,000 subscribers or 400,000. I'm never going to quit my method of responding to your comments. I know some people don't like live streams either for various reasons. One of my viewers, he goes by the name Pokemon Hunter. He's honest with me. He tells me if he doesn't like something, and I respect that. He doesn't like live streams for whatever reasons. He doesn't like non-abandoned videos, but surprisingly enough, I've turned him, and he actually likes some of the content I put out now, like my train videos and some of the other events. So, if you're going to be honest with me and respectful, I'll return the favor. Well, V, you are completely right. People think it's very easy to just bring a camera and point it and ta-da, you have an incredible video. No, you have to pre-plan in your head what you're going to film, how you want it to look. If I incorporate something silly like the phone ringing or the elevator sound, I have to think about that ahead of time, though, that, okay, when I film this is what I'm going to do when I edit the video. So I have to have a game plan. You're constantly thinking, and that kind of leads me to why I sometimes stumble in my videos. For the most part, I do a pretty good job talking and explaining things, but every so often I just lose my train of thought. I'll call something the wrong name, or I'll put words in the wrong order. It's basically because when I'm filming, my mind is constantly going on what I'm working on, what I'm filming. When I walk into a new room in an abandoned house, I'm quickly scoping it, saying, okay, what do I want to show my viewers? So there's a lot more that goes into it. It is stressful at times, but if I didn't enjoy it, I wouldn't be doing it. And it's a big risk to do YouTube full time. It's not a sure thing. It's not a guarantee. I'm very grateful for my channel to be growing, but I do need my views to go up on my videos, or to at least sometimes get some, donations from you guys to help support the future explorations. Because as I mentioned, this coming summer, I have a lot of road trips planned. I do a lot more traveling. I have a lot more videos planned. I'm going to be collaborating with some new people too. I'm not going to give any names, but there is someone that is up there in subscribers. He's a friend of the Carpetbaggers, and he reached out to me, and we're supposed to be working together in the coming months. So I'm really excited about that. It's going to expose you to people you may not be aware of, and hopefully get me some more exposure too from his viewers. But again, donations such as the super chats, Patreon, t-shirt merchandise, or the photos I will be selling, 100% will be put into this channel. So you're getting something in return. You're going to see new projects, new content, and be rest assured that it's not going to go unnoticed. You know, I appreciate you guys more than you ever know. Let me see that. Riley Pearson, yeah, you're a perfect example. It's unfortunate that YouTube changed that, because people like myself and many others have been really, getting stepped on by the larger channels. And if you're not seeing my updates on new videos, then, there's not really much I could do about it. But hopefully you guys take the steps I mentioned. Mariah M. It's funny that you asked that. I actually forgot to mention that. I'm actually headed back to the Catskills tomorrow morning. I'm not going to give away the locations, but I have 1, possibly 2 resorts that we're going to be filming, as well as 1 or 2 other locations. Sparky, very grateful for that donation. Thank you very much. I think you probably popped in afterwards, but I did mention meetups already. I actually plugged your meetup coming up on May 18th. I have a video I made specifically for your meetup, which will be uploaded on Monday. But your meetup I really plugged. I'm encouraging people to come to that event. And I mentioned earlier, I did Centralia, Steamtown, Bunk. I did 4 meetups in 2018. And that was my first time ever doing them. And I mentioned that they're really a lot of fun, as you know, as you had your own. But the tricky thing is the locations. I'm asking people to email or message me about locations, because same thing with yours. When we go to Steamtown, it may be lousy weather and rainy, but Steamtown, obviously you could go inside and take the train ride and stuff. But if I bring someone to a pretty cool location, whether it's abandoned or not, I don't want to have weather play a factor. It's really a gamble. If I take the effort to organize the event and have 5 people show up, it's kind of like a waste. So I'm trying to find out some indoor locations, or maybe cool outdoor locations where weather won't be a factor, or, maybe roll the dice and hopefully get some good weather this time. But 2019 is going to be coming up with more meetups. And another thing too, why I want to mention, my subscriber count is pretty close to 50,000. Once it rolls over to 50 and it stays 50 and shows that it's growing a lot a bit, I should say a little bit, I'm actually doing I guess you could call it a mega giveaway. I have 4, maybe 5 items I'm going to be giving away as a way of saying thanks to you. So I will be making a video for that, letting you know the details. It's going to be very cut and dry and simple. But I do have 4 products. Some of them you've seen before, some of them you haven't. Some of them are RC related, some of them are not. But I will be doing a giveaway as a token of my appreciation for everyone that's been helping support my channel, and everyone that's been a part of it, whether you're new or old. I just want to say thank you, and that's going to be a perfect way to do it. I will hold a 2-week spot giveaway. So if those of you who are looking to get maybe a new free item, be on the lookout for that video, and you may win something from my channel. So I'm trying to keep up on the comments here. All right, Leanne, have a good night. Sorry if I missed you already. Cliff, too, if you're still watching, I mentioned if you or anyone else wants to take the lead on a new meetup event for 2019, or even AK Camaro or Heather, if you want to, any one of you want to schedule a meetup, I will help you 100% and support you on it, not only by sharing it, but by helping you organize it. I have no problem doing that, but if any of you have ideas for locations, let me know, and I'd like you to be a part of it. But I'm really looking forward to Sparky's meetup, though. He has over 50 people confirmed, and if some of you come, it's going to be even more. And if you're a YouTuber like yourself, like Sparky, Heather, AK Camaro, Journey with Jay, Wandering Woodsman. If you plan on attending that meetup in May, once you see that video, make a video for your channel. Tell your viewers about it. That way we just have a huge collection, whether it's model railroaders, urban explorers, people who, film, cars like AK Camaro, whatever your channel's about, you could come to this meetup. So I'm hoping that you guys really share the word and come to this. So have some ideas. Okay, definitely have to talk about those. Those you're wondering too, me and Cliff will be working together again. We did a nice little 3-stretch video with the abandoned train trestle. We did the town of Greenville and the abandoned coal mine. So if you guys enjoyed those videos, we do have more stuff coming up. I'm actually heading down towards him, down near Tower City, and he has a few locations signed up as well. I'm sorry, not signed up, but planned out for us. So those of you that enjoy our content, teaming up together, there will be more of it coming in the near future. Out-of-state travels. Well, I did make mention February 3rd to the 17th, I'm heading to Florida as a road trip. We'll be stopping in Gatlinburg for 2 days, and then going down to Panama City, Florida, then Orlando, Florida for Disney, and then retracing my steps to Pigeon Forge, and then Virginia, and then coming home. But this year, I want to do as much traveling as I can. I want to head out to Pittsburgh. I know up by Heather, there's several locations that I want to check out. I've been to, well, I'm going back to New York tomorrow, but that's really close by, though. I want to go to New Jersey. Excuse me, here come the hiccups again. Plans to go to Ohio. I want to film the Christmas Story house out there. But every place I go, whenever I go somewhere, I always try to plan out different things. I've been to Ocean City, this past year, and I filmed some abandoned stuff there. So whenever I go somewhere, I'm either looking for roadside finds or searching online for some potential locations. So, just understand, as much as you guys love the abandoned stuff, it's not practical that I only film abandoned stuff, because sometimes it takes time and effort and research to find those locations and film them. And they don't always work out as planned. Sometimes they're locked up, sealed up, sometimes they're already demolished. But that's why I put out a big variety of content. So that way you guys aren't having, weeks or months in between the abandoned stuff. So that's my my reasoning for having a variety channel. But everything I put out on my channel is stuff that I like. So, and I do my best to make sure it's entertaining for you guys. I try my best not to bore you guys. So, let me see here. Abandoned town of Virginia. Riley, never heard of anyone doing what? Heather, I'm right there with you. Me and Heather started talking recently. I met her at the JW Cooper School meetup, and we have plans in the near future to get together, both me coming out towards her coming here, and meeting halfway as well to do some abandoned stuff. She wants to kind of dive into it, and I'm going to help her any way I can, because that's just what people do for each other. If you meet someone nice and they're courteous and polite and respectful and you get along with each other, why not help each other out? I love collaborating with people. Mike, even though he's not a YouTuber, so to speak, he is on YouTube, but he only does slideshows, but he loves the abandoned stuff. I've worked with Journey with Jay. I've worked with Cliff. I've worked with Jeff Grant Media. I've worked with Exploring Nomad. There's several people I've worked with, and I have my own reasons for why I do work with them and why I don't. I'm not going to get into that here, but basically, I'm always open to collaborating with new people. So, place in Johnstown. Yeah, I'm not sure. Cliff, if you want to team up again to organize something, we could do that. But if I take it on solo, then obviously I'll make my own decisions as to where it's going to be. But if Cliff or anyone out there wants to team up to have some meetup events, we'll have to discuss where we're going to have it, because typically they're within an hour or two of Scranton, where I'm located. I'm not in Scranton, I'm just outside of Scranton, but they're usually northeast Pennsylvania. I think Allenwood, where the abandoned bunkers, was the farthest one. So I'm open to going anywhere in, say a 2-3 hour radius of where I'm at. So that would, bring us down towards Philly, up north towards New York, out west towards like Williamsport, other areas. I don't know all the towns there, but basically I'm open to a 3 hour radius from Scranton for a good location for a meetup event. So Cliff, Heather, anyone out there that wants to team up to do a meetup event, get in touch with me. If you want to take on the job, go for it. You know, I'll support you 100%. Doesn't even have to be an abandoned location either. It could just be a cool place to hang out, you know, like I'm just trying to throw out some ideas. And it can even be like a park, you know, there's a lot of parks, obviously in Pennsylvania, like state parks and national parks and little town parks. I mean, it could be something, just a cool place to hang out, have like a cookout or something, you know, like something simple like that. It doesn't have to be something over the top. So I'm not going to have it at someone's house. Having trouble with the chat. Well, hopefully it's working okay. Sounds like the rats. 103 people watching. That's almost a record for me. I have had my abandoned summer camp premiere, the first one, part one. I think we topped like 150, which was pretty rare for me, but it's my highest count for a live stream. So thank you to everyone that's watching. And if you're watching and not commenting, at least say hi. You know, if you don't want to get into a discussion, that's fine, but at least say hi. Let me know you're here. At the very least, give the video a thumbs up like I always ask. Another idea too I had for a meetup event was Knobles. And I've planned one before. It was semi-successful. I did have people show up, but not like I was expecting. It was only a handful of people. It's a great place to have because it's a free admission amusement park. There's a lot to see and do, but the only thing is not everyone has the money to buy tickets or wristbands. So unless I knew most people were on board with that, probably going to shy away from that location, but I think it'd be a lot of fun though. I mean, if all of us were doing the dark ride, the haunted house together, or going on the roller coaster together, the train ride, I think it'd be a lot of fun. But again, I understand people are in certain situations, so I want to be respectful of that. But if we could go to a park and bring like a basketball or frisbee or horseshoes, and people bring food for a cookout, that could be a great time. You know, I know there's parks near me like McDade Park, and I think Lackawanna State Park, they have covered pavilions. You know, so even if it does rain, we'll be dry. But just an idea, you know. Let me know what you guys think. You know, Riley. Hang on here. Don't put your phone number on the chats. You don't know who's going to be read that. If you need to tell me your phone number or anything, just email me or message me directly. Moderators, if you see anything like that with addresses or phone numbers, remove that comment. I mean, no disrespect to you, but I don't want to have crazy people calling you. So, Riley, like I said, just message me on Facebook or email me. Let me get back to the comments here. Well, Linda, if Sparky, you know, if you're out there, let everyone know, you know, we're giving you, for his meetup, 5 months advance notice. So he's got a number of people coming from out of state to Steamtown. So you could schedule ahead of time to get vacation time, schedule to reserve some hotels to stay in. For his meetup, at least, you know, no reason you can't come. When I schedule meetup events, I usually give about 1 to 2 months notice. I'll probably do 2 months just to play it safe. But as I mentioned, I'm going to be in Pigeon Forge. I'm going to be in Gatlinburg. I'm going to be in Panama City and Orlando in the beginning of February. So if anyone's there that wants to meet up, as I mentioned, reach out to me. Send me a message on Facebook or email me. And we can hang out for a little while and get to know each other. Cave crickets. Not sure where Bedford Mountain is, but Broken Angel, if you know of some locations that could possibly be good for a meetup event, just email me or message me on Facebook and let me know. Yeah, Panama and Australia. That's crazy. I mean, it's awesome for Sparky's event, but I never imagined people come from that far away. But when you have, you know, a good fan base and they're supportive, you know, that's what people do. So congrats to him for that. here in Wilkes-Barre, close to Gatlinburg. Weird optical illusion where your car will roll uphill. I think I've heard about that. Cherry Berry 48. No, you're not blocked. I do see your comment. I'm just trying to catch up with everyone here. O'Reilly, if you're able to send a comment on this live stream, I'm sure you can send an email. If you have Facebook, all you do is click on my link in the description. It takes you to my Facebook page. Click on message or click on my email address and just send me an email. It's not too hard. Thank you, Stephanie. I really appreciate that. And this is what I love too. You know, all you guys are being really helpful with people that are joining in. You know, if I'm not able to answer, you guys are answering for me. So you guys are doing an awesome job. Oh, Wilkes. Okay, North Carolina. Okay. Got confused there. All right, Joe. Have a good night. I try to be detail oriented. It doesn't always work out. And the funny thing is, and it may sound kind of funny, but you know, when I do my intros and outros, like, hey, everyone, in this video, we're going to check out this, or my outro, hey, thanks for watching, I'm going to wrap it up here. I actually have to pre-plan that and go over it in my head multiple times, because if I don't, I usually mispronounce a word, I usually forget to say something, or I just kind of get off the rails and start rambling. So there's more planning than you believe is actually involved in my videos. At least some people are naturals where they could just spout off anything they want to say. With me, unfortunately, it takes some pre-planning. Doing these live streams is as real and raw you're going to get from me. My videos do take planning in here, and sometimes I have to do multiple takes. So it looks like some of you guys are on board with the cookout thing. So I think after Sparky's meetup, we could try and plan something for June maybe. I know April, the weather's kind of iffy. And obviously April showers, we don't want those. So I'm going to probably say for sometime in June, we'll do a meetup. And if everyone's on board with it, we'll do a cookout somewhere. Unless someone else comes up with an idea or someone else takes the reins on this. But early speculation, I'm going to lean towards that right now. But with everyone's watching, I'm going to briefly recap everything here that we talked about tonight. If you joined late, please go back and watch the video from the beginning. Up until I think maybe the first hour, I covered everything I wanted to talk about. After that, it's kind of just random stuff. If you left early, hopefully you come back and watch the rest of it. But just to recap, starting Monday, I have a new upload schedule. It's going to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday for uploads. Weekends is going to be primarily live streams just like this. Starting in March, which I will make a dedicated video for, I'm going to be starting to sell some of my photos that you see on my adventures. Some of them are going to be from older adventures from the past year. Some will be obviously new and current ones, and some other stuff mixed in between. But I will make a video showing you how you can buy those. And as well, on top of that, I'll have a P.O. box, so you guys can obviously send me stuff if you wish to. I had a fan that I met at Steamtown for Railfest this past year, and her kids actually drew me. I don't know where it's at right now. I have it in the shelf, but they drew me this nice little art piece. It was a train that they drew with crayons, and they wrote JPVideos Express or something like that. Really awesome. I was really humbled to get that, you know, and something I obviously would never expect from you guys, but if you want the opportunity to send something, you have a way to do that. As I mentioned, February 3rd until the 17th, I will be on a road trip. Heading first day, stopping in Gatlinburg. Sunday afternoon, staying there till Monday afternoon. Then make my way down to Panama City, Florida. We'll be there for a week. The following Sunday, I think, no, Sunday or Monday, I'll get my dates organized. But we're going down to Orlando for Magic Kingdom for the day. We're going to be spending 2.5 days in Orlando. And then we're going to come back to Panama City, stay there until the end of the week, and then stop in Pigeon Forge for a day. And the next day, stop in Virginia. So a lot of traveling. Really looking forward to it. It's my first long road trip. And as I mentioned, I'm going to have a lot of videos coming out from this trip. I'm going to have a small handful of abandoned videos, but most of them are going to be seeing things on my vacation. You know, like the rides at Magic Kingdom, roadside attractions, funny or unique things or entertaining things. Some of them will be short clips, some will be longer videos. But also let me know too, would you guys rather see a long, not a long, but like a highlight video showing a little bit of my vacation here and there? Or would you rather like single individual videos of different things? Let me know, and I'll try and do my best to coordinate that. Next from that, as I mentioned, YouTube is having issues, obviously, with notifications not getting out. The only thing I want to tell you with that is, number one, make sure the notification bell is turned on. It helps YouTube. It helps you guys to send out those notifications. Number two, you have to be an active viewer, and this is coming straight from YouTube. You need to be an active viewer on my channel, which means when you watch my videos, you have to give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down, whatever you prefer, and a comment down below, whether it's one word or a paragraph. But if you don't do that, that doesn't show YouTube that you're watching my videos or being active on my channel. Ultimately, YouTube can actually unsubscribe you from my channel or anyone's channel that you're not active on. I don't want to see that happen to you guys, so make sure you take those steps, and hopefully the increase in notifications will rise, and hopefully the views as well. Lastly, too, just to cover, I do have a t-shirt merchandise shop, which is linked down below all my videos. I have a Patreon page where if you donate $2, you'll get exclusive access to upcoming projects. The videos that you see are usually put out a month later from when I actually film them. So if you want to know what I'm working on or what's coming up next, if you donate $2, you'll see posts on my Patreon page showing you where I'm at, what I'm working on, what's coming out next before anyone else. Or if you donate $10, you'll get that same access, and I'll have your name thanking you on one of my videos. And lastly was the super chat feature, as Rich and Sparky did. If you, at any time during my live streams or my premiere videos, if you want your comment to stand out, all you got to do is do a super chat for any amount of money. It could be $2, could be $20, whatever you want. It will make sure your comment pops out with a bright color and it stays on the screen longer, because as I mentioned, not every comment is shown when you guys leave comments. It kind of gets filtered, so to speak. So when I watch this back, I'm going to see comments that I didn't even know were there because YouTube didn't show me at that time. It's really weird. I don't understand it, but that's what I talked about tonight. I don't want to keep wasting any more of your time. I know we're losing some viewers now, but again, I'll turn it over to you guys. Any comments or questions about anything I just talked about, feel free to ask. If you're watching this as a replay, comment down below. You know, I'll do my best to answer it. And the last thing I mentioned too is, quickly, I'll cover, you know, if you're a YouTuber and you're up and coming, the larger you get, there's pros and cons. You obviously get more subscribers, you get recognized more, you get more views, and you get to do more perks on your channel, but you also bring out the negative people. Those people don't particularly care for people having success, you know, and they're known as trolls. And the quickest, easiest way is just to block them. I do have other tactics of dealing with them. And again, anytime you need help with that, reach out to me. I'll do my best to help you deal with them. It was frustrating for me at first. I used to really take it personal. I used to really get angry. I used to go on these tirades and write a novel responding back to them. And at the end of the day, it's only feeding into what they're doing. So on top of that, as I mentioned too, I'm very active with you guys. You know, 99% of you know that when you comment on my videos, it gets acknowledged one way or another, whether it's from a heart or from a direct response. So keep the comments coming. I will keep them coming back out to you guys. Let's get back to the comments here. And just so you know, typically if you're new to watching my channel, my live streams are usually more personal. I'm usually watching my phone screen the whole time and seeing your comments live as they come through, and I respond as much as I can. But tonight was just something more of importance with this whole list of topics. So I wanted to get that out without losing my train of thought or my focus. So be rest assured, future premieres and live streams, typically I'm interacting with you right then and there. Well, Paula, you know, living in Iowa, I understand that's a concern, but you know, certain meetups, if you really wanted to, like Sparky's event, you can plan well in advance. It's 5 months away. You know, obviously, I know it costs funds to travel, but you have time to plan it out if you wanted to, if there was an option to get a hotel, and spend the weekend here to meet us. But I know not everyone could do that, but just putting it out there that, there are ways around it if you're able to make it work. But if you can't, if you're only able to watch my videos, I'm perfectly fine with that. But meeting you guys in person who I've met so far, like Adam T was a big supporter of mine. I got to meet him in person. He's a really great guy. And he's probably the king of Centralia. Anything Centralia related, he's the guy to talk to. Cliff's another gentleman who I stumbled upon his videos from one of his, I guess, ruins or something like that. Started watching him. I don't remember how we started talking, but I think I reached out to him through his Facebook page. And we finally got together, and I consider him a good friend. We think alike. We put out similar content, and I really love working with him because, he has the same passions that I do. And others, like, Heather, I actually met at the J.W. Cooper School. Heather Kelly, Heather Sparkles, A.K. Camaro, Journey with Jay. I met him through him watching my videos. He used to comment. Jeff Grant Media actually went to school with and discovered him again on YouTube. We became friends again. So YouTube really, is an awesome thing when you have the right people that are on there. I consider you guys part of my family. You're a close-knit group of friends that I look forward to chatting with on a regular basis. So I know I'm doing a lot of rambling tonight, more than usual. Riley, I will look back at your comments. I'm sorry I'm not able to see them right then and there, but I'm going to watch this tomorrow or tomorrow night. I'm going to be ending the stream soon, though, because as I mentioned, I'm heading up to the Catskills, picking up Mike, I think 7:30 in the morning, and then we're heading up there. So got a long day ahead of us. We have definitely 2, possibly 4 places to film tomorrow. That's if battery and memory card space holds out. Thanks for watching, Stephanie Griffin. Yeah, Sparky could attest for that. He's been here. There's a lot to see and do, not just train stuff, but all kinds of stuff. All of us Midwest people can meet up and video each other via the meet and greets. Kathleen, that's a great idea. Scotland. Yeah, I think it'd be a little hard for you to come here from Scotland, but yeah, maybe one day. Anything's possible. Heather, yeah, I think we talked about Centralia, but if you ever want a personal tour, hit up Adam T. He knows like everything and anything about Centralia, and we're going to be heading back there in the springtime to film another video. Not going to give it away what it's about, but it's going to be pretty interesting. Well, Cliff, I appreciate that. Not too many people I would bring with me either. And that's another thing too, not to get off topic, but just he made a good mention. He's told me himself, and I could speak from personal experience. I get random requests from people on a semi-regular basis, probably a few times a month. People reach out to me saying, hey, can I join you on one of your adventures? Can I come with you, into a mine? Can you take me with you and show me how you do stuff like that? As much as I appreciate you guys asking me that, honestly, I say no, not because I don't like you or anything like that. It's just because practically, realistically, it's not safe. The locations I go to, most of them, potentially you could get in trouble with legal issues. I do things the best way I can, safely, respectfully, and I do take my time to do research. I don't go just into any place and roll the dice hoping I don't get caught. Places I go to, I'm familiar with, I do the research, and I know whether or not it's safe to go to, especially with underground mines. Anyone that has ever been in caves or mines or has been thinking about it, understand it's extremely dangerous. The first one I ever did was at the Glenburn mine. I went into that, no equipment at all, no hard hat, no gas meter, no, waterproof, airtight lighting. I just kind of went in there because I was curious. And that's the wrong thing to do. You could get in so much trouble so fast, it's not even funny. And I had people reach out to me on my videos who, as a passion of theirs, they explore mines and caves, and they told me, hey, and they were very nice and respectful about it, but they said, hey, you're doing this in a dangerous way. This is what you should and should not be doing. And I took that seriously, and I went out and spent some money. I got a hard hat, got the gas meter, got the new lighting. I'm actually buying a new gas meter because I want to have a multi-gas meter. I got the proper footwear. and I, most importantly, did my research. I know what to look for in mines, not only as far as what items we're looking at as far as like timbers and winzes and drifts and raises and stopes. That stuff's good to know. But as far as reading the environment in there, that's another thing too. There's fractures in rocks. There could be pockets of bad air. And you have to read your body itself too. Like when me and Cliff went into the one mine, I forget what it was called, but we went down this deep incline shaft and oxygen levels were varying, 19.2, 19.4. And obviously we had to ascend that hill. I got to the top of that. I was winded, more so than ever because not only was it a struggle to climb up that hill, but oxygen levels were lower than I was used to. So it's basically like climbing a high elevation mountain. And if you don't pay attention to your body and how you're feeling, you could potentially pass out and, get into some serious trouble. So I'm not opposed to working with people, but I have to be knowledgeable of your experience. I'm not going to bring just anyone. I need to see that you already know or at least have an idea what you're doing based on your own videos or based on what you tell me. And I'm more about collaborating than I am about giving tours, So like with Heather Sparkles and Adam and Cliff and Journey with Jay, I'm working with these guys because they make videos of their own. I know that they take it pretty serious. It's not just a fun thing to do on a weekend, So just keep that in mind. If I say no, if I don't get back to you, there's a reason. If you prove to me that you are taking it serious, then we could potentially work out something. But the meet and greet is a great opportunity, though, to meet me in person, talk to me in person about maybe working together, and then we could go from there. But I'm not going to just take a random stranger. It's just too many risks involved, and I don't want to be held liable or responsible for you getting hurt. So that was my little spiel on that. Adam, if it's okay with you, when we do our video there in the springtime, I could make a little announcement about it and see if anyone wants to join us, and then maybe we could, as a group, check out what you're going to be showing me. I smell a skunk outside. Riley, wait, what is that? Oh, okay. I was reading that wrong. Talking to the camera and recording yourself is a struggle, at least for me. I mean, it used to be more so than it is now. I'm getting used to it, especially when you're out in public, though, and people are looking at you. They think that you have like 3 heads, like you're an alien. They don't understand what vlogging is or filming scenes, but you get past it. But my biggest hurdle is just thinking about what I'm going to say and saying it properly. I'm always thinking about what to show and say in my videos, but I always stumble. And, like that house, the grandmother's house, I called that cupola a steeple. I must have received 500 comments saying that's not a steeple, that's a cupola, or that's a widow's walk. Or I called the plaster and lath plaster and wood slats. I get crucified over stuff like that. It's ridiculous, but it's just people make mistakes. When I'm focused on something with my video, I'm focused on that. So if I watch someone's video or walk around somewhere without a camera, I typically know what it is and say what it is the first time correctly, but camera just does some crazy things to you. All right, Don, have a good night. I'm missing a lot of your comments here, so. Heather, you're definitely a natural at talking to your camera. Well, I'm always myself, Angela. You don't have to worry about that. I'm never going to try and be someone I'm not. It's just trying to be more focused on what I'm doing and saying in my videos. Wendy, I completely hear where you're coming from. Believe it or not, if you ever watched any of my older videos from like more than a year ago, most of my videos I didn't talk in. If I did, very, little stuff here and there. If I did talk, I was behind the camera. So I really come a long way. I used to just shoot stuff just to shoot it and document it. Then I started incorporating some little narratives here and there. Then I added subtitles. Then I started facing the camera towards me. It's all a step. You kind of grow with your channel. So those of you that could do it right off the bat, hang on here. These comments, moderators, I appreciate you doing what you're doing. I don't know what's being said, but motor mouth. Don't think I'll ever be a motor mouth. Generally, I'm actually a pretty shy guy, in real life. I'm not typically the type of person to be the center of attention. I don't seem to be very outspoken around new people or strangers. I'm not rude or disrespectful, but I'm more of a kind of watch and wait and see what happens type of person. Catch a kitty, that is to be determined, possibly. The talking camera is a lot of fun. I mean, just some people have a easier time than others. Smurple, yeah, like I mentioned it, you got to kind of find a way to deal with that, though. There is a lot more positives than negatives. Well, Ellen, I'm glad you noticed that, because that is one of my main goals, is to always improve my quality, not only with the equipment that I have, but the way I do my videos. I really slowed down my camera work, and I'm still trying to slow it down. You have to imagine, though, when you're walking through an abandoned place for the first time, you're not only excited to see what's there, but you're also panning around to make sure there's no one or nothing dangerous there, like an animal or a person or anything at all. So, I have lots of good lighting on my camera rig. So when I pan around, sometimes I don't realize I'm doing it. I'm more or less just showing it, so I make sure it's okay to walk into that room. So I'm constantly trying to be aware of what I'm doing, but putting out quality content is a goal of mine, and it's something I'm always going to strive to do. So uncomfortable in the spotlight. Well, slowly that spotlight gets dim. You don't notice it so much. Wait, tell them to get out of the California shot. Linda, you're absolutely right. Like I said, most people that comment or critique me don't do their own videos. So I tell them, go out and do it. If you want to do it better, go out and show me. So. Good night, Sharon. Thanks for watching. All right, Adam. I'll keep those dates in my calendar, and hopefully we can make one of those work out. I'm not sure if you responded or not, but like I said, I could make a mention on my channel that we're going to be headed there. Maybe some people could join us. I know Heather, Kelly, and some others have been wanting to come to Centralia. Jason Sawyer, hey brother, thanks for stopping by. Well, Cherry Berry, thank you so much for admiring it and for watching. And that's all I aside from some other small things here and there, watching my videos, commenting and thumbs upping is primarily all I ask from you guys. It's me making the videos for you guys is my way of saying thank you. If you guys are able to ever throw donations, that's, obviously greatly appreciate it, and even a bonus, from you guys. And I try to make sure it's rewarding for you guys if you ever donate, by either, Patreon, getting exclusive access to content. You wouldn't be able to do that, unless you donate $2. And $2 isn't much. Most people could throw $2. And I also put on there too, I don't ever want anyone to donate more than $25 through Patreon. I want it to be very minimal, because I'm not, wanting to have an overnight get rich success thing. I just want people to show that they're interested and to give them a way to get something back. So, if you buy a t-shirt, you're getting a t-shirt. If you donate on Patreon, you're getting exclusive access to content. If you do a super chat, your comment sticks out and it gets noticed, immediately, and I'll mention you. So there's various ways, that as a way of saying thanks, you could help me in other ways besides just thumbs ups and comments. But again, it's not expected. I don't want anyone to make, an assumption that, hey, he's just using us to get money. Nothing like that at all. I made mention before, I'll mention again, and Cliff's even talked to me about this. If you guys can't donate, the videos will continue. I'm not saying, okay, if you don't donate, I'm done with YouTube. It's not like that at all. It's just that doing more traveling, obviously, I'm running out of areas around me to film. I do have to start traveling out more and more to get better content and locations. Otherwise, no one wants to see a repeat video of the same place. So in order for me to travel more, it does take money to do that. most of my income does come from AdSense, but with the way the views have been going in the last year, I'm hoping it rebounds and it takes care of itself. But if it doesn't, times will get tough. And if I have to go back to work, the videos are going to have to slow down. There's no choice. I have no choice about that. I can't obviously support a family without any income. So I don't want it to result into that. I want to follow in the footsteps of the carpetbagger and Adam the Woo and know that I could be sustainable based off being a content creator. So with that said, just keep all that in mind. If you guys ever have any questions about anything at all, I'm here for you guys, whether it's help with videos, help with things on my channel, things about how to deal with other people. Know that I'm here for you 100%. It's a mutual respect thing. So just keep that in mind. A lot of people don't offer that. A lot of people don't take the time to address your comments personally. A lot of people don't give out personal shout outs or thank yous. So I try to make myself stand out from the other channels, and hopefully you guys notice it and appreciate it. P.O. Box, you will be getting that at the end of February. So once my P.O. Box is ready to go, and hello Barbara, by the way, she's another fantastic supporter of mine. She comments, likes on every video, photo that I put out. Awesome supporter of mine. But I will make a dedicated video at the beginning of March once my P.O. Box is set up and the photo area to purchase the photos. Once all it's set up, it's not going to be the most, I guess you could say, professional way to buy my photos. I'm kind of doing it kind of in a rough edge way just to see if anyone's interested. If it does gain some popularity, then I'll probably create like an Etsy page or get a dedicated website. But for now, it's going to be through Facebook. If you don't have Facebook, I'm sure you know someone that does. And if you don't, then, if you don't want to go that route, then I understand. But one way or another, I think you could probably find a way to to order through Facebook. And again, my page is free and public. You don't need to have a Facebook account. You go to facebook.com/JPVideos81. And I post there regularly about new videos that I post. I share photos. I post updates about myself and my channel. So if you don't already follow my Facebook page, head on over there and do that. I do occasionally revisit some locations, like if changes have been made. But I try not to do a repeat unless it's really something that's interesting. Hey, real TV is fake, Edgar. I agree with that. This is, what I do is kind of what you see on TV minus the fancy editing. Like if you watch reality shows like Gold Rush or Ghost Hunters or any kind of reality show, basically, the TV networks edit those videos to make them be a certain way. It's not really raw and real. They create unnecessary drama. They create like, oh, did you hear that sound? It's more fake than anything else. It's entertaining, but it's not real. What I do is real. It's raw. It's honest. And I'll never deceive you guys. I'll never do clickbait. And I'll always do my best to keep it real and genuine and to be the same person I am when I had 1,000 subscribers to whatever I end up with. I'm going to do my best to be the person I've been. If I ever change, all I ask is call me out. Tell me about it. I don't want to become an egotistical a-hole, who's all about fame and fortune, Again, you guys are the reason I'm here, so I'm never going to forget that. Dalton Drone Zone. I used to have the gimbal. I had this Zion Smooth Q, which I used to use with my... Actually, let me plug in my phone here so I don't die out. Give me 1 second. I'm going to charge my phone here while we're streaming so I don't kill the battery. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, I had the Giant Smooth Q, which works with my smartphone. I got rid of that because I wasn't using it that much. My camera that I own now is my Panasonic. This is my main camera here, Panasonic V770. It's an incredible camera, and the reason I bought this is because it has 5-axis image stabilization. When you see my videos with this, if I'm walking, I typically have it in this rig here, you know, like this. This is my setup, and my two lights go on top, sometimes a microphone. But, you know, the camera's here, and I'm walking with it. And, you know, when you walk, obviously there's vibration, there's movement. This does a great job at eliminating that. It keeps it pretty smooth and steady. And if I wasn't using camera stabilization, you know, I'm pretty steady with my hands, but you would notice a drastic difference, you know. So getting the right kind of camera, a lot of people use DSLRs. They're great, but a lot of times you have to switch lenses, and you have to know the ins and outs of those. You know, I used to use one for photography, so I do know what's involved with them. A camcorder like this is made specifically for filming videos. This does take photos, but it's made for videos. Has a 20 times zoom, so I don't need to switch lenses. It's got stabilization. I could have interchangeable batteries. It's got a flip out screen, so just having the right kind of gear and equipment makes a difference. And this cost, I think, when I bought it, it came out a couple years ago. I think I paid around $600, $700. And I'm going to be actually upgrading this soon. I'm going to be selling this and getting a newer version that has built-in night vision. If you ever watch like Exploration Unknown, when he does like his overnight ghost hunts, he has, I think it's like a greenish or grayish tint, but it's night vision with infrared lights. That way I could film in pitch black without having to have any external lights. So I'm going to be buying that in the springtime and selling this camera. So if anyone's out there interested in it, you know, let me know. I could maybe work out a deal with you. I do have other cameras as well. I have the DJI Spark drone. I have my Cube camera, which is the magnetic camera. I have all kinds of gear and accessories. I'm actually going to make a video sometime going over all my equipment. Made one, I think, 2 years ago. But once I get my new camera, I'm going to make a new updated video showing you everything that goes into making my videos as far as gear and equipment. So be on the lookout for that. And again, in my descriptions, all my gear is listed there with links, so you can check it out, get more information, see what the price cost. Stuff's not cheap. I mean, there is cheap stuff out there, but when it comes to camera gear, you get what you pay for. You know, there's microphones. Even this right here, this is a wired microphone that I bought. I bought one before for like $5 and just had tons of static and feedback. This one I think cost, I think around $50, and as far as I know, I think it sounds pretty clear. I'm actually getting a wireless lavalier mic sent to me for review. There's a company that's sending me one. They kind of see on like reality TV. They have the receiver in your back belt, you know, and it's wired through your shirt, and then the transmitter plugs into your camera. So I'm actually getting that sent to me soon for review, and I'm curious to see how that works. That'll allow me to walk around in front of the camera without being close to it or needing to use, you know, the wired mic. But for my let me get something here. Then you got stuff like this. This is a shotgun microphone. This is the Video Micro, made by Rode. Rode makes various microphones. They're probably the top leader in microphones. There are knockoffs of this, but you again get what you pay for. It'd be lots of static, lots of feedback, and it's not good for videos. And this is so simple. I mean, all you do is plug it in, and it's good to go. There's no adjustments on here. You can adjust your volume through the camera, obviously, the sensitivity. But some cameras take batteries. This doesn't. This gets powered from the camera. Sorry. Some microphones take batteries. This one doesn't. It's powered from the camera. You plug it in. The wind muff makes a huge difference, and it's directional. So, you know, when anyone's in front of the camera, you can hear a huge difference. If I'm talking behind it, it sounds a little bit muffled, but it's a great starter microphone. I think it's around $50. And it's almost a must when you're doing urban exploring, because outside you're dealing with all types of elements. I probably went on to that much longer than I should have. Sorry about that. Somebody asked about merchandise. Sorry about that. I'm trying to find the comment here. Is this buzzing right now? Because you guys are saying it's buzzing. buzzing. Has it been buzzing the whole time? Or did it just start? Oh, you know why? Probably because I'm charged. Hang on. I know what it is. Give me a second. Let me know if the buzzing stopped. Is that better now? Sorry about that. I didn't know it was doing that. I forgot that it has a tendency of doing that sometimes. So, all right. So yeah, the way you hear it now, this is how this microphone sounds. This is, I think it's made by Purple Panda, but it's a microphone that you can use with cameras or phones. So if you're looking for a lavalier mic, consider checking that out. Anyway, someone asked about merchandise. I covered it already, but if you look in the description of my videos, there's a link there that'll take you to my merchandise store. It's called Spreadshirt, and it just says JPVideos merchandise. You also have the link to my Patreon page, email, and Facebook. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna kind of wrap it up here. This went on for 2 hours, but everyone of you that stuck with me this whole time, obviously you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for that. Any quick questions, anything you want to run by me? I'm going to focus on the screen so I don't miss anything. Anything that I did miss, I will try and acknowledge in the next stream. Or if there's something important that I didn't answer, just leave a comment down below. I'll respond to that as well. All right, Dalton Drone Zone, have a good night. Thank you, Rylan. Harley Badger, take care. I didn't even know you're in here. Sorry about that. Martin Luther, have a good night. Randall Ultra Fun, good night. Don't forget, on the way out, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Thanks, Smoking Joe. Hello, Larry. Jason Sawyer, take a good one, brother. I should say, have a good one. All right. Yeah, sorry about the buzzing. That was my mistake. Broken Angel, thank you. Good night to you as well. All right, Jace, thanks for stopping by. You too, Cliff. I'm not sure if it goes up to 5XL. You can check on there. I know there are some pretty large sizes. It's harassing me to go to bed, so let's say good night. All right. Good night, Heather and Heather's daughter. And one other thing too, if you'd like to see more weekly live streams like this, whether it's, just a chat session like this or something fun and specific, let me know. I guess I'm going to reserve that for the weekends, and I have no problem doing it on a weekly basis. So I really love the live streams and chatting with you guys. So if that's something you want to see, leave a comment, give a thumbs up, or just let me know next time we interact in one of my videos. But if you guys enjoy them, I'll do them on a weekly basis. I know Sparky does them every Wednesday, and his viewers really look forward to them. So if I could get a set schedule with you guys, I'll try my best to do that. Thanks, Seamstress. I hope you have a good trip as well. Hoping for good weather. Thanks, Linda. Thanks, Paula. Thanks, Adam. V, you're probably right, and hopefully they watch my videos and get an idea as to what my channel's about. Rylan, yeah, Mike Knoebels is an awesome place. I can't wait till they open. Well, Heather, I mean, if you enjoy hanging out in them and are okay being a moderator, then I guess we'll have to start going forward and have regular streams. I'd like to see some streams on your channel too. I know you have a good following of people, so I don't know if you've ever done live streams before. Maybe you want to consider it. Hey, Ranger Dre. I am watching myself, but I'm actually watching the comments, so. I'll leave this up for about another 5 minutes. If you guys have anything else you want to mention or ask or anything, feel free to. Joe, that's not a bad idea as far as history and anthracite coal fields. That's something that would really need to be delved into deeply. You know, there's history regarding the miners, the equipment, the mines, the coal. I mean, you could really get way off topic on that. It wouldn't be able to be covered, you know, in one particular session, but maybe something like that we could do down the road. All right, Adam, I'll keep that in mind for the interstates. Nameless, I'm sorry to hear you have computer problems, but as you know, I always try to respond to your comments when you watch my videos, so thank you for that. Palmerton, PA, don't think I've ever been there. I don't know really what's there. Well, get off Instagram. Get on YouTube, Heather. One suggestion I do have, though, is I'm not sure if you have that community tab on your channel. It's kind of in between channels and videos, but you know, I don't know if everyone has it, but there's a community tab where you could post updates. It's good to let your viewers know when you're going to be live streaming so they know what to expect. So that's just a little tip. Whenever I do a live stream, like a random one like this, I put out a feeler to get people aware that I'm going to be doing it. So new content direction this week. Well, I can't wait to see what that is. Well, I think I have an idea what that is. Have a good night, Nameless. Thanks for stopping by. South of the border on your way south. It's really up in the air. I mean, I have obviously destinations in mind, but anything can happen along the way. So, excuse me, we'll just see what happens and how that goes. I really can't wait to watch back the live stream because I know I asked a lot of questions and I didn't see your answers to certain things. So I'm curious to see what you guys said. And just one last thank you to everyone out there, not only that joined the stream tonight, but to my moderators. I know there were some questionable comments on here and people that were kind of spamming the feed. So any of you that took care of that, thank you for that. That's what you guys are here for. And again, I may add more in the future, you know, depending on how this goes. But if you want to be a moderator, let me know. If you don't want to be a moderator, let me know. I'll take care of that for you. But as long as I have a few good, trustworthy people, I think we'll have a good live stream session each time we do it. So with that said, I'm going to do my usual outro, which I'm going to wing because as I mentioned before, I usually pre-plan it ahead, but I'm going to end the video here. If you guys have any comments, questions, anything at all, leave them in the comment section. I do my best to respond to them. As always, I ask, give this video a thumbs up. It means a lot to me and shows YouTube that you are watching my videos as well as commenting. And if you're new to my channel and want to see more content, or if you want to see more uploads, more live streams, just subscribe, which most of you already are, and hit the notification bell. That's most important right there. And lastly, I'll just say have a good night. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting. And like always, I'll see you in the next video.